welcome. I hope that you're having a good week, a good start to your weekend. I'm excited it's the weekend. It's going to be a pretty busy one for me, although all my weekends are busy nowadays. I'm involved in too many things. So, I thought that I had enabled it before, but I guess I hadn't because I didn't know the difference between Stream Elements and Twitch, some of the Twitch stuff. But I have now turned on loyalty points. And I have it at a pretty high rate right now. It's 5 points for every 5 minutes that you watch. And I've only got one redeem right now, and I'll tell you what it is later. So you can try it out if you want. But I'm going to try to find some other stuff to throw in there now that I know how to do that on the back end. I just haven't had a chance to test to test the redeem that I have on the front end yet because nobody has enough points yet. But that should change in the not too distant future. Yep, cool. I already see an update there. Bookweaver, you now have earned 5 points. So it seems to be working on that part of it. Awesome. All right, so doing a new series today. We're going to learn how to do drum charts with a series called Off the Charts, and our instructor is Kenny Aronoff. Now, I came prepared. I got my clipboard. I got a song chart template. I don't know if maybe you can see it. Yeah, I got stuff on there. It's just a pre-done printout that's it's got a column for which part of the song that we're in, so like verse, chorus, whatever. One for length, which is how many measures, and then any notes that I want to put. But I also have blank pages in between each of those in case I need to do something else or I need to take separate notes or, for whatever reason. So I am prepared. And I brought a kind of a, not a full-on marker, but a thick felt tip pen, so that hopefully I can hold this up to the camera and you can see what I wrote down. But I don't know if that'll actually work. We'll have to find out. So, and you know what? I don't think I need to worry about doing the... Actually, no, I'm going to turn off my pedal cam for now, because that's not relevant here for the course. And I don't think I need to do a sheet music view either, because that's not what this is about. So the first one is just going to be a 4.5 minute welcome to the course, and then we'll get into the actual lesson, which these are quite a bit longer than the ones that we were doing with the 20-day or 30-day independence. Those were about 10 minutes each. These are closer to 24, 25 minutes each. So we're going to be doing some good learning.
My
that was
purpose
so
here
loud.
for you
That was
is
so
to
loud.
learn how to be able to write a complete chart of a complete song and play along with it. Hey everybody, it's Kenny Aronoff here. Welcome to Drum Charts.
Oh, he is so much
I've been
louder
writing charts for a
than
very,
El
very long
Tapario
time.
was.
And the first was a tool on how to learn drum beats, my favorite drum beats from my favorite drummers. And then as I got busier and busier as a session drummer and as a performing drummer, where I was getting so much work, I could not possibly memorize all the songs that I had to learn for this session, then run off to that tour. So writing charts became an amazing tool for me to be able to handle a lot of work. For example, coming off of a Joe Satriani tour, I had to have 80 songs ready to record, do some TV shows, then run off and tour.
That
and
is
more
way
sessions.
too many songs.
Writing these charts made it possible for me to be able to walk into a situation where I had no time to rehearse or practice.
Oh, and in case you don't know who Joe Satriani is, he is really famous as a virtuoso type guitarist. So lots of very fast, very complicated pieces. Not the kind of stuff that you would find on the radio or even in a lot of people's Spotify lists. It's very very fast and very technical. So kind of like he's a musician's musician. You know what I mean?
And those charts made it possible for me to play those songs. And the highest level or the next level of writing charts is to be able to read these charts and make it sound like you're not
Let me
reading.
know if the volume on the
Where am I going
video
to
is
put this
okay or
chart
not.
to read? I, I'm going to show you some skills that I've learned writing charts that'll help you write your charts. So, what a drum chart is, it's writing the drum parts that you hear, writing them out, the kick drum, the snare drum, the hi-hat, the crash cymbals, the drum fills. You're actually writing the drum parts
All right,
on
so
a
he's
piece
using
of
a different
paper
a
so that
different
you
thing than
can
I am, so I
not
might
only
need to
play
go
those
to a blank
parts,
page.
but you could go back a year from now and go, God, I would like to play that song again. Or somebody wants me to play that song again. I said, instead of writing that chart out again, you have it already notated on paper and you look at it and go, that's right. And even has the tempo marking on it. Now, the cool thing about writing charts is an individual thing. Some people might write a beat, one measure of a drum beat, and
No.
they do kind of like a shorthand version. I happen to be very meticulous. That's just my way of doing it. You can do it your way, whatever way works for you. I will write every detail out, but that's what my comfort zone is. The point is, you figure out a system that works great for you. So in this chart course, or learning how to write charts, I'm gonna do 4 pieces. I'm gonna start real basic, where you learn how to write a beat for, let's say, an intro, a beat for a verse, a beat for a chorus. And then we'll progress through the songs till you'll end up being able to write a complete song from top to bottom, all the parts, even all the fills if you want. So when I write charts, I use a piece of paper, staff paper, and I love using pencils. These pencils are incredible. They're called Black Wing because the lead is very, very dark. And they have great erasers, but this is the ultimate eraser. These white gummy erasers, because a lot of times pencil will smudge, and this, you could write a whole line of music and I can wipe it off. It'll be like as if you never even wrote on the paper. If you don't eat this, you can use it as an eraser. Before we start charting our first song, let's talk a bit about the different notes we'll be using in the course. We're going to deal with 3 kinds of rhythms: quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. For each bar of 4/4, we can fit 4 quarter notes, 8 eighth notes, 16/16 notes, or different combinations of the 3. We could also have quarter, eighth, and 16th rests as well. Each of these lasts as long as the note of the same name, and simply mean do not play on that beat. And so the purpose of this course is that you can then write a complete chart of your favorite song or songs on paper and play along with it.
Cool. All right, so I don't have the same kind of chart paper that he does, so I'm going to try to adapt, and then next time I'll bring staff paper and see how that goes. I'm hoping to do something that's a little bit more compact, though, than notating out a whole song, because that can take like multiple pages for one song, and I want to have something that I don't have to like flip pages or worry about spreading pages out on something. You know what I mean? So hopefully I can take what he's given me here and adapt it to what I'm trying to do and what I need for the style of charting I'm trying to do. Ooh, that sounded nice.
Okay, the first song I'm going to chart is called Who's Dat? It's kind of a Who song. And I'm going to chart out the intro beat of the song. Then I'm going to play it, and you can do the same with me. So chart along with me, write your chart, and then play along. Okay, when I start writing a chart, the first thing I do is I write the title on the top of the chart like this, so it's Who's Dat? And the thing is, and then I'll say, like in this case, I don't know who wrote the song, so I'll write down Drumeo. I save all my charts. This is the way so I always have a folder. I've got thousands and thousands of charts. Okay, so I come up with tempos for each song. You might want to know how I come up with a tempo. You can either get a little drum machine, or there's apps on your iPhone tempo apps, and usually they have a tap mechanism, which means as the song is playing, you tap on the tap button, and it gets it very close. And then what you do is you play the song, and you start the metronome. And if it's too slow, you just move it up one beat or two beats, and eventually you'll find the tempo, and that's how it works. So the tempo here, and this is the quarter note, is equal to 133. So I write that down, 133. Sometimes I'll even write the count off. Like, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Is it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to listen to the intro, and I go measure by measure. So the first thing I do is I write two lines like this. Now, if I'm going to repeat a measure, then I'll show you what that is. But right now, let's play the song from the top, 8 clicks. Okay, that's 4 measures. So, and it sounds like it repeats. So I do a repeat sign. The repeat sign is these wings that I put with 2 dots in front of the double bar, which would mean you'll go to a certain point where it tells you to go back. So I heard a cymbal crash on the downbeat. My cymbal crash is like a diamond. It's above the 5 lines. I put the bass drum is always, for me, is always on this first space, which is basically F above middle C. And then I heard a flam on beat 2. A flam is written like this. So it's like goosh, glot. And then there's a rest, a quarter note rest. These are all quarter notes, by the way. So what that is crash, blam, blam. So you have a bass drum and a crash cymbal on beat 1. On beat 2, you have the flam on the snare drum. Flam is 2 sticks together with a little separation, so it's blah. Makes it a thicker sound. Instead of boom, bat, this is boom, blah. The next measure, you don't have the kick drum. There'll be 8 clicks as the count off. So sometimes I'll write on the paper 8 click count off, or just I'll put count. So I know it's 8 clicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crash. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what I do is this second measure, these are measures between each bar. There's a double bar here, which is the beginning. This next bar here, this is a measure of music. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes to the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. This measure repeated 3 times. So to save paper and time, I put a 3 underneath like this, and I circle it. So my eye picks it up. That means we do this measure 3 times. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Then you hear that crash again with the bass drum. So I'm going to move forward and see if it actually repeats completely. Now here we'll do. Watch my finger on the paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crash. 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 2. It actually repeated perfectly. So I'm going to put a double bar there and do these wings like this. This shows you go back to this, and it repeated perfectly the same way. And by the way, this is the intro of the song, so I write intro 1. And the reason why I write intro 1, later down, there may be another intro in this song, so then I'll go intro 2. So I'm always thinking ahead. All right, let's go back to the beginning and see what happens next. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. Again, the whole thing repeats. Now, let's see what's happening. Okay, what's happening now? We're adding the hi-hat. It's eighth notes. It sounds like accented eighth notes, but I'd play it like accented eighth notes. Even eighth notes is ga 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 ga. Accented is ga gu da du. Loud soft, loud soft, loud soft. To me, that makes it swing a little bit better. But we have a crash cymbal on the downbeat. So there's a couple ways to do this. This beat is played 8 times, but the first measure is the only measure with a crash. So I'll put a 7 here and circle it so you can see it very clearly. So you do this 7 times and this 1 time. It's basically, once again, the kick drum, the snare drum are playing the same beat, but I just put this here, this measure with a crash. This does not have a crash. Okay, before we go on, why don't I play these first 16 measures? 8 by myself with the guitar, and then 8 with the band. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now, I think there's a crash cymbal on the beginning of the verse. Okay, here's what I heard. It's almost the same, it is the exact same thing as when the band comes in. I'm going to do this. Watch this. Closed hat. Closed. Got to add a D. That's a signal to me. Sometimes I'll just go closed, and I know what that means. So, open hat. And I might go medium. Okay, so here we go. We're at the verse. Now, I'm going to do a repeat sign. This means that slanted line with the 2 dots means you just keep repeating what just came before it. So I don't have to write all this out. This makes the chart look a little cleaner. Once again, there's no crash cymbal there. You repeat the hi-hat, tuck, 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 closed. You play this kick snare beat here. 7 times you go back, but remember, there's a crash cymbal at the beginning of these 8 measures. So right now, we've got the intro with the guitar and snare. And by the way, I sometimes will write guitar right here, meaning it's not the band, it's just the guitar. I tend to like to write everything out so it's very, very obvious to me what's going on. All right, so why don't we listen to this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crash. 3, 4. 3 more measures. Here comes the band. Five, 4 more measures. Now verse 1. Close that. Closed hat. Chord. Repeat. That's 4 of them. Next section. Okay, that's a chorus. We're going to call that a chorus. We're going to call this chorus 1. Remember, I say you put a box here, and you go like this.
Okay, so here's what I have so far. So for the intro, I've got length as 4 times 2 because it's the same thing repeated twice. I tried to do like a little notation, no, but that didn't work out like I had hoped. So what I have instead is I have a note that says flam snare only 2/4, so on the 2 and the 4, and then crash on 1. So that's my note for the intro. For verse 1, I got a length of 8. I did do a little notation thing that I can understand just to show me the bass pattern. And then I have next to a normal beat, so just a basic beat but with the kick pattern that I indicated in front of it. Ride times 4, so 4 measures on the ride, and then 4 measures on the closed hi-hat. I've got a little arrow going from ride to closed. So I think so far I'm managing to capture basically the same information, just not in, like for me, sight reading this would be super convenient. That would actually be easier than reading this chart, which is kind of one of the reasons I want to do it this way, because I want to be able to read the kind of chart that's much more compact and doesn't take up multiple pages, because I can already sight read. I'm constantly practicing that.
You put 2 lines like this, you go like this, and you say 8 measures. You have a crash there, but it's the same parts as this. Now over here, but an open hat. Then I noticed there was a crash right here, and it sounds like they stop. Let's see what happens here. Chorus. Okay, so they stop for a whole, you hit the downbeat of this measure, and then it's a rest for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more, and then on the sternum was digga-digga-da. That fill, that digga-digga-da. Later on, you could come up with whatever. You go snare, rack tom, floor tom, kick drum, snare, digga-digga-blah, or blah, 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 or whatever you want. Oh my God, get it right, or we're gonna both look like idiots. Okay, so now we've got the intro section, the first verse and the first chorus charted out. Now I'm gonna play it, and you can play along with me, or you can just read your own chart, whatever you want to do. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so he got that as an open hi-hat, not a ride. To me, it sounded kind of like a ride, but I guess it's actually open hi-hat, so I gotta make a correction. Here we go. Put open over it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to use my chart to follow along with him. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. I said minimize these stupid thing. Okay, so I'm going to put my chart right here. There we go. That'll work.
Blah, 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 or whatever you want. Oh my God, get it right, or we're gonna both look like idiots. Okay, so now we've got the intro section, the first verse and the first chorus charted out. Now I'm going to play it, and you can play along with me, or you can just read your own chart, whatever you want to do. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Rhythm was digga-digga-da. Okay, so now we've got the intro section, the first verse and the first chorus charted out. Now I'm going to play it, and you can play along with me, or or you could just read your own chart, whatever you want to do. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm bad at counting measures. I gotta get better at counting measures.
With whatever you go, snare, rack tom, floor tom, kick drum, snare. You can play along with me, or you could just read your own chart, whatever you want to do. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's move on from Who's That.
Oh man, it's really hard to do this while reading the chart. I am having a tough time like doing both at the same time. That's something I'm gonna have to practice. I misread the end of my note there in chorus one, so maybe that means I need to figure out a better way to communicate that gap. Because I had the pattern right for the snare, I just didn't have it in the right spot. This is really, really tough in a different kind of way than the last course. All right, we've been going for a while though, so I wanna let some of this absorb and sink in because I've noticed that I tend to learn better when I do something and then I sleep on it and then I come back and I do more of it. That has been really successful for me for learning a lot of stuff. So I'm going to pause on this here. And play some music. All right. I want to check something real quick first. Let me see. Cool. Hey, Bookweaver, do you want to test the redeem for me to see? Tell me if it works. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get audio back into my headphone because I think that you'll be able to hear it, but I won't. Okay. Do exclamation point redeem space cowbell. And let me know if it plays something for you. Yes. That's the only one that I had. I only had one. Okay, so that did not work. Okay, I'll figure it out later. I'll do some testing over the weekend. See if I can get it to work. And I was hoping it would work too. I know. But I'm going to get it to work. I'm going to get it to work. And you know what? This whole time you're going to be accumulating points that you can spend on stuff to annoy me. And I think one of the things I need to do, I might need to upgrade my mixer to one that has more inputs on it. By the way, do you happen to have any requests for today? Or should I just go at whatever I find? Have we done that one? We have done that one. We have not done this one. Anyone in particular? I don't remember which songs go to which movie sometimes. There's a lot of them on this list. Oops. Is this one of them? Is My Lullaby one of them? Eye to Eye and Stand Out. Okay. Eye to Eye. That's right. That's right. I know the song from Lion King 1 way better than the one from Lion King 2. Anything after Lion King 2 was a no go.
I got myself a notion, and one I know that you'll understand. To set the world in motion, by reaching out for each other's hand. Maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along. Oh, but one way or another, together's where we both belong. Yeah, if we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Oh yeah. If a wall should come between us, too high to climb, too hard to break through, I know that love will lead us and find a way to bring me to you. So don't be in a hurry, think before you count us out. You don't have to worry, I will never let you down. Let you down. If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Eye to eye. If you're ever lonely, stop. You don't have to be. After all, it's only a beat away from you and me. Yeah. If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. We're seeing it eye to eye. Eye to eye. Oh yeah. Oh, we're seeing it eye to eye. Eye to eye. Oh, you guys are amazing.
I'm going to figure out a way to set it up to where you can gamble your channel points or your loyalty points or whatever they're called on whether or not I missed the ending. I think that would be really, really funny. I gotta figure out how Doug does that. It just means, which way to bet. Am I right? I don't always miss though. I just almost always miss.
Open up your eyes, take a look at me. Get the picture fixed in your memory. I'm driven by the rhythm like the beat of a heart, and I won't stop until I start to stand out. To stand out. Oh, come on. Some people settle for the typical thing, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, just a matter of time before I move to the front of the line. And once you're watching every move that I make, you gotta believe that I got all it takes to stand out above the crowd. Even if I gotta shout out loud, somebody's the only face that you'll see. Gonna stand out till you notice me. If the squeaky wheels always get in the grease, I'm totally devoted to disturbing peace. And I'll do it all again when I get done, until I become your number one. No method to the madness and we need to escape. Go and break every rule and bend them all out of shape. It ain't a question of how, just a matter of where. You get the message that I'm trying to send. I'm under a spell, I'm in over my head. You know I'm going all the way to the end. Stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Somebody's the only face that you'll see. Gonna stand out till you notice me, yeah. Gonna stand out, yeah. Just stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Somebody's the only face that you'll see. Gonna stand out till you notice me. Oh, I just can't wait to begin. If you like rock Disney cover,
I think I got it that time. For a second, I thought I didn't because of the ads or the snippet that came after, but I think I got it that time. See, and here's the thing. It wouldn't be weighted like 50-50, right? Because we know that... did I get the wrong code? This is how you know I'm not a professional streamer. Oh, you know what? You're right. Ah, there we are. It's Fever. That was the code. Alright, did it play? I couldn't hear it on my side because of my setup. I need to fix that so that I actually hear it. It didn't play? No? Ah. Okay. I will have to figure out how that works. I don't quite know how that part of Stream Elements works yet. But I know it's there now. I know it's there. And I know what the goal is, so I can figure it out. I'll figure it out. Here we go. We'll play this one, because why not?
'cause you lose. Oh, perkele! Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. 'Cause to lose all my senses, that is just so typical me. Oh baby, baby, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby, you think I'm in love, and then from my heart, I'm not in the dark. My problem is this: I'm dreaming away, wasting the year of this world. I cry watching the days. Can you see I'm a fool in so many ways? To lose all my senses, that is just so typical me. I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby, you think I'm in love, dancing from my heart.
I'm not that innocent.
Jätkä teemme, mene nyt ihan oikeesti. Hei Opple, ennen kuin sä lähdet, niin kato mitä mä toin sulle. Jumala, olet hyvän näköinen. Eiks tää oo siis... On, sixpack, kyllä. Eihän se oo toista tarvinnut, hyvä mies. Sitä voit siis, meillä on väkeviä. Niin, mutta aamu.
That innocent.
Ei se mitään.
It still trips me out that that's not a sample from Britney's original song from the vocals. That is actually another female singer singing just like Britney. It blows my mind every time. Let me see. I have no idea who. I don't even know how to say this name. Niall Horan? I don't know who Niall Horan is, but we're going to play a Holocene cover of one of their songs.
We are Holocene.
Waking up to kiss you and nobody's there. The smell of your perfume still stuck in the air. It's hard. Yesterday I thought I saw your shadow running round. It's funny how things never change in this old town. So far from the stars. I wanna tell you everything, the words I never gotta say this first time around. And I remember everything from when we were the children playing in this fairground. Which was there with you now. The whole world was watching, I'd still dance with you. Drive highways and byways to be there with you. Over and over, the only truth. Everything comes back to you. I saw that you moved on with someone new. In the pub that we met, he's got his arms around you. It's so hard, so hard. I wanna tell you everything, the words I never gotta say this first time around. And I remember everything from when we were the children playing in this fairground, which was there with you now. If the whole world was watching, and I'd still dance with you. Drive highways and byways to be there with you. Over and over, the only truth. Everything comes back to you. You still make me nervous when you walk in the room. Then butterflies that come alive when I'm next to you. Over and over, the only truth. Everything comes back to you. And I know that it's wrong, that I can't move on, but there's something about you. If the whole world was watching, I'd still dance with you. Drive highways and byways to be there with you. Over and over, the only truth. Everything comes back to you. You still make me nervous when you walk in the room. Then butterflies, they come alive when I'm next to you. Over and over, the only truth. Everything comes back to you. Everything comes back to you.
Hey guys.
I knew I was saying it wrong. Of course I was saying it wrong. All right. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. The Irish name that I say incorrectly has two main pronunciations. All right. Stop pausing chat. Oh my God. This thing. Let me go over to a different window so I can read this. All right, there we go. Wait, why did time out Bookweaver? Okay, so that wasn't supposed to happen. Hey, Steph, do you know, can you untime out Bookweaver? Or, let me see. Can I do it easily from here? I don't know how to do that. Well, I deleted all the messages. Okay. I gotta... Okay. Alright, so... I didn't know it would do that. That's the first time that the AutoMod has done anything. Alright, so I'm going to adjust the settings at some point. I know, right? But you know what? It has the messages in a different window still. It didn't clear them out of my OBS, so I can still read it. Let me see. The Irish name has two main pronunciations globally and in English. It is most often said as Niall, rhyming with the River Nile, while in traditional Irish Gaelic it is pronounced Neil, as in kneeling down on the ground. Okay. We're learning stuff. We're learning so much today. We're learning about charting. We're learning about pronunciation. We're learning about the automod. It's been a very educational stream, hasn't it? Let's see. I'm going to do this one because it's by the Browning, and they do heavy stuff, and I want to play something heavy. I landed the ending on that one. I wasn't quite sure what was going on right before it, but I landed the ending. That one was a lot of fun. I always have fun playing stuff from the Browning. And now my energy is high. My adrenaline is high. So you know what? Here's another one from the Browning that we haven't even tried yet.
That's in thee! And soldiers! Soldiers! I will never fear death! Soldiers!
That song went through a few different moods, I would say. Well, I say a few. I mean, it went back and forth between two different moods. That's really more accurate. All right. Let's see. Let's find one to do as a cool down. How about, where was it? This is a good cool down one.
When humble bard graced the ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the white wolf fought
Fun fact, so if the stand for my snare drum comes into even the slightest contact with anything on my bass pedal, doing my bass stuff will make it wobble like crazy. It just had like a corner of the foot on the bass plate, not even the part that moves, the part that's against the floor. Just a little corner of it was causing all of that wobble while I was doing the double bass stuff. So, kind of wild, huh? All right, well, I appreciate you hanging out with me while I do drum stuff. We're getting into a much more technical, I guess, or academic part of drumming with the Drumeo series that we're doing now, which is how to do drum charts. We're going to keep doing that on Monday. This is going to be one where I may or may not end up separating episodes into 2 parts, depending on how much information I need to absorb and think about. Or I might end up doing them all in one go. The first episode was kind of different because it had that intro episode before the regular lesson. So we'll see what happens after we get past the first lesson and are starting with a fresh lesson. So come back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm just going to be doing some jamming, just trying to put to work what I've learned over the past few weeks, have some fun, and then we'll be back on Monday with more Drumeo stuff. So, yep. Remember, drums are hard, music is hard. Be kind to